Long before the first cities were built, before kingdoms rose and fell, there was a land untouched by time. A land of vast plains, dense rainforests, and roaring rivers. This was Angola. For thousands of years, its people lived in harmony with nature, their stories painted on cave walls, their voices carried by the wind. Who were they? What mysteries did they leave behind? This is the untold journey of Angola, a land of warriors, kings, and resistance. A story of power, betrayal, and resilience. Over 2,000 years ago, a great migration began. The Bantu people, skilled in ironworking and agriculture, journeyed southward from the forests of Central Africa, searching for fertile lands. As they arrived in present-day Angola, they brought with them more than just tools. They brought a way of life. They settled along the rivers, planting crops, domesticating animals, and forming tight-knit communities. These were not primitive people. They built villages, developed complex belief systems, and mastered the art of survival. From the highlands of Huila to the shores of the Kwanza River, Angola was no longer just a land. It was home. By the 13th century, Angola had transformed. The age of small tribes had ended. In its place, powerful kingdoms emerged. The greatest of them all was the Kingdom of Congo, a land of gold, ivory, and prosperity. From its capital, Mbanza, Congo, kings ruled over vast territories, their power stretching from the Atlantic coast to the deep forests. They built alliances, conducted trade with distant lands, and maintained a system of governance that rivaled European monarchies. But Congo was not alone. To the east, the Mbundu people established the Kingdom of Ndongo. Further south, the Ovimbundu dominated the highlands, controlling trade routes that connected the interior to the coast. These were not mere tribal rulers. They were strategists, warriors, and diplomats, shaping the destiny of Angola long before European eyes ever set upon its shores. In the year 1482, dark sails appeared on the horizon. Portuguese explorer Diogo Cao had arrived at the mouth of the Congo River, marking the first contact between Europe and Angola. At first, it was trade. The Congo kings welcomed these foreigners, exchanging gold, ivory, and textiles for firearms and European goods. But behind the smiles, the Portuguese had other intentions. They saw Angola not as a partner, but as an opportunity, a land to exploit, a people to control. As the years passed, trade became something darker, something sinister. The seeds of slavery were sown, and Angola's fate would change forever. As the Portuguese tightened their grip on Angola, one name emerged as a beacon of defiance: Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba. Born in 1583, Nzinga was not an ordinary ruler. She was a diplomat, a strategist, a warrior. When her brother, King Ngola Mbande, sought peace with the Portuguese, he sent Nzinga to negotiate. But the Portuguese, in a show of disrespect, refused to offer her a seat. Without hesitation, Nzinga turned to one of her servants, who knelt on all fours, forming a throne beneath her. In that moment, she made a statement. Nzinga was not a woman to be humbled, but diplomacy would not be enough. The Portuguese sought total control. When her brother died, Nzinga took the throne and declared war. She allied with the Dutch, adopted guerrilla tactics, and waged a relentless resistance against Portuguese forces. For nearly 40 years, she defied the odds, leading her people in a fight for survival. But time was against her. By the time of her death in 1663, the Portuguese had solidified their rule. Though Nzinga was gone, her legacy remained, a symbol of resistance, an icon of strength, a queen who refused to bow. For centuries, Angola became a key supplier of human lives to the transatlantic slave trade. Luanda, once a thriving African city, became a center of suffering, where men, women, and children were torn from their homes and sold like cattle. Over 5 million Angolans were shipped across the ocean, never to return. But even in chains, they resisted. There were uprisings aboard slave ships. There were revolts in the plantations of Brazil, Cuba, and the Caribbean, many led by escaped Angolan warriors. At home, rebellion simmered beneath the surface. From the 17th to the 19th century, countless freedom fighters emerged, waging guerrilla wars, ambushing Portuguese troops, and refusing to accept oppression. Yet, despite their struggles, the shackles of colonialism remained. It would take centuries before Angola would rise once more, before a new revolution would spark, before the dream of freedom could finally be realized. Angola's history is one of pain and resilience, of oppression and defiance. From the ancient Bantu settlers to the warrior kings of Congo, from the fearless Queen Zinga to the countless nameless heroes who resisted colonial rule, the spirit of Angola has never been broken. In 1975, after years of struggle, Angola finally gained its independence. Today, it stands as a testament to the strength of its people, a nation rebuilding itself from the scars of its past. But history is never just the past. It is the foundation of the future. As Angola moves forward, it carries with it the lessons of its ancestors, the courage to resist, the power to unite, and the unyielding belief that no matter the odds, a people who refuse to be conquered will always rise again.